episode. Gas Network presents sports for the culture.
I'm here with the family.
Bryce XXV, Double I,
Rome,
D-Malo,
Gruff Lion.
T-Boogie, man.
Just the greatest sports show on the planet. La Familia. Hope y'all ready for a ride.
Can't wait to hear what you guys got to say. We are back, loyal listeners. It's good to be back. It is good to be back. It's your favorite sports show, Gas presents Sports for the Culture. I am tonight's host at Bryce XXVII, aka Mr. Big Leaguer, aka the Good Mister, aka I'm eliminated from the Gas Fantasy Football League, but I'm in pole position for this pick 'em, and I don't think anybody's catching me. In fact, I think I can afford to take a week off like T Boogie did last week, and still probably get the W. But that we'll save that for another segment of the show. Let me introduce the gang. I got to start with my guy that's down there looking like a late '80s security guard. Bottom right, introduce yourself.
What's up, world? It's been 2 weeks, 3 weeks since y'all seen me, but someone here owes me money that I still haven't got. Someone told me not too long ago we're gonna just lose out. That ain't the case. That ain't the case. And we got the over. Public, we got the over. And I'm just here for the funeral of the Washington Commandos. Not just the loss by us, but my other co-hosts on the other side, right next to me. And it's a beautiful week. Just a beautiful week. Because I didn't just get to see us lose, because it was sad, but then I got to see the Eagles lose too. You know what? I hate Dallas, but it's nothing like hating Philly fans, because I despise Philly fans with a passion. When I come to being a hater, it's Philly fans, the Knicks, and anything under that. That's my passion of hatred. And I was pretty happy this weekend after we lost. You know what? The football gods blessed me. They blessed me with the Eagles loss and then the Commanders beat down. So I'm not mad. It's just the only thing that's missing is the $20 that the man upstairs owes me. But I'm here. I'm here, world. I'm here.
Oh, you forgot about the Giants loss.
No, I said that we lost, but I got sprinkled a little bit of Eagle loss and then the Commanders beat down. So I'm straight. The hate is real, baby. The hate is real.
All right, man. Well, G, you are correct, sir. I do owe you $20, man. So I'm gonna go ahead and cash app you that here in a few, man. Yeah, I did not think y'all was gonna get over 8 wins or over 7 wins, I guess it was, and y'all proved me wrong, man. It came down to the wire, and y'all might not get any more than 8, but I don't know what you're doing right now, but
The line look good, baby. So I'm feeling great, baby.
all
Let me
right,
take the mistakes on.
bottom left, introduce yourself.
T Boogie, man. Y'all know what it is. Wash your hands, wash your ass. Ask AAU coach. Y'all know who I am. 49ers fan, if you didn't know, you know what I'm saying? Mom for this nice 49ers gift for Christmas. Ain't nothing like wearing, you know what I'm saying, playing with your Christmas toys, opening them gifts and getting to it right away, right after Christmas. So here I am, baby. Got the Jerry Rice throwback. Got the Niners hat. I got some gloves too, but the gloves off today, man. I'm with G, man. We cooked them Commandos, and it was a lot of trash talk leading up to the game, and it was silence in the group chat. You know what I'm saying? I almost did an Amber Alert, but, it's all right. I know how it is when you take that L sometimes. But, hey, Niners, baby. Niners, baby.
Hey, I know I, for one, was not talking any trash leading up to the Niners game because, I saw that one as a tough opponent for sure. And y'all definitely proved that. So shout out to the 49ers. And, hey, hold on. I got to dead this right now, man. I can't allow this to go any further. I don't want to hear no more Commandos, all right? I don't like the way y'all, that hard dough y'all throwing on the end of my Commanders. I'm not feeling the hard dough. So no more Commandos.
No.
Check on my team name, man.
Every weekend, y'all go out there and get your skirt lifted up. Commandos.
All Disrespectful, man. Disrespectful.
Nah, and the worst offender is not here right now. Because I remember that big talk. My defense is #1 in the league. Oh, all this extra rah-rah. And that man is not here to help you out today, Bryce.
It is what it is, man. It is what it is. All right, last but not least, top left. Introduce yourself.
What up, man? Scruff Line, Good Ass Sports. You know what I'm saying? In Jersey, different locations today, different locale. You know what I'm saying? But these where my roots is. You feel me? Yeah, my Eagles caught a loss with Gardner Minshew. What are we talking about here? Ain't talking about much. But go ahead. Proceed with y'all peasants, except for T and the 49ers. The rest of y'all peasants.
All right. Well, we'll take that for now, man. The peasants. We'll see how it ends. We may be peasants for now, but sometimes Eagles. I can see an eagle turning into a pheasant pretty soon, man. First round exit in the playoffs turns the eagle to a pheasant. But
y'all command those because y'all don't got no draws on. y'all getting that unprotected, you know,
that bare bottom spanking.
That straight shape.
Listen, we got our
straight.
We rolling with our Carson Wentz now, man. We had to get up Heineke out of there, man. That man couldn't. I was telling Rome. Let's get into this game real quick. I was telling Rome, man. Like, the problem with Heineke is that man can't get you more than 17 points for it. Like, he's going to get you – the most he's going to get you is 20. If he gets you 20, that means he was balling out of his mind. But, bro, you're not winning with 20, bro. And I kept telling Rome that. Me and Rome be texting and stuff. I was like, bro, Heineke can't get you a certain amount of points. We ain't going to do nothing. And, you know, and he understood, too. And it's coming to fruition game after game, bro. My man Heineke be stuck at like 13 to 17 points. It's like once he gets to 13, that next 7 is very hard to get. But it's all good, man. We rolling with Wentz now. It's the home stretch, baby. See y'all in the playoffs.
Oh, Bird?
We still in the playoffs right now, so let's get into that a little bit. Let's get into that playoff.
Y'all went back to Wentz?
For real?
Well, we'll see. But we went back to him at the end of the Niners game, and I hope we stick with him.
Hey. Too bad T Boogie you ain't in the playoffs. Otherwise, that Wentz trade, that joint's coming back.
Yeah, that was an awful trade, but that's a story for another day. Let's get into it though, man. This NFL playoff hunt right now. We'll start with the NFC. Obviously, we still got the Eagles. They officially clinched the playoffs. Haven't clinched the division yet, especially since that loss to the Cowboys. Cowboys still allowed to get the division if the Eagles were to falter down the stretch. Number 2 in the NFC, we've got the Vikings. They've clinched the division, 12-3. Vikings, man, they find a way to win tough games. Number 3 in the division, we got the 49ers. They officially clinched the division with their win over the Commanders. 11-4, first in the NFC West. 49ers look like a team, man, that they're going to be tough for anybody to beat. The question is, right, and this will be the question for them week after week, is how long will the Purdy magic last? As my boy Rome would call it, the Brock, what do you call it? The Purdy party. See how long the Brock party lasts. Number 5, the Cowboys, man. First team in, and they've essentially guaranteed playoffs for themselves. So, man, that's actually kind of impressive from the Cowboys. Buccaneers also top of their division. And now in the hunt, we've got the Giants, the Commanders, with the first 2 wild cards, and the Seahawks, the Lions, and the Packers right behind them. So my question is to you guys, do you see those last 2 wild cards staying the way they are? It looks like it's not going to be too much change within the divisions, but the wild cards could see some change. Do you guys think the Giants and Commanders end with those last 2 wild card spots in the NFC? How y'all feel about this? I'm gonna start with Scruff. Go ahead.
I do not, actually. I do not. It kind of seems like it's locked in for one of those teams to make it. Unfortunately, I don't know, bro. I don't gotta look at the schedule, but y'all going with Carson Wentz. I'm not picking y'all to win. So there's that. Y'all 7-1. Y'all holding up the 7th spot right now. The Giants kind of have a leg in, and I'd say the Giants, because of that win over y'all, will make it. I'll say the Giants will make it. All right. The 7th spot, I'm not sure about. I don't know if the Commanders are going to make it. I don't know if the Seahawks are going to make it either, even though that seems like the most logical team. The Lions, I had hope for the Lions last week. Y'all had me convinced that they were a decent football team. That y'all, and the good folks at HBO. But no, it's not going to be the Lions either. It's another team, actually, that's going to make the playoffs. It's the Packers, actually. I think the Packers are going to make the playoffs. They're going to take the final spot. Aaron Rodgers is going to swindle his way in to the playoffs like he always does. And I think the Packers are going to take the final playoff spot. And the Washington football team, Commanders, will be sitting outside the playoffs this season.
All right. I mean, that's a strong possibility. It looks like Aaron Rodgers is starting to heat up. But, man, there's just been so much inconsistency from Green Bay this season. And also like he may have lost Christian Watson for an extended period of time. That could be a huge blow because, in my opinion, Christian Watson was a big part of that turnaround for the Packers, at least offensively. So we'll see how it goes for them down the stretch. I could see them getting back in the contention there. How y'all feel about that? Y'all think the Packers are overtaking the Commanders for that last wild card spot? I don't know. If it's going to be any team, I could see the NFL just wanting Aaron Rodgers in the tournament, though. I can see that.
That's fair. I'd like that as well. Much rather than Taylor Heineke or Carson Wentz.
I mean, this really highlights how the NFL has decided to structure the schedule, and essentially the last 2 weeks of the year are playoffs. I mean, if you look at
really
are playing for their lives. Well, but who knows? I mean, this really comes down to who wants it more. I don't know, man. This is a tough one because Packers play the Lions last game, so somebody has to lose. So one of those teams for sure won't. And then Commanders play. Commanders
play the Browns, and then they have the Cowboys the final week.
Yeah, so if they can sneak past the Browns, the Cowboys don't have anything to play for. They could rest their guys, but also the Giants play the Eagles last game of the season. Eagles might rest their guys. I don't know, man. It's looking crazy. This is not anything that I'd bet on or want to bet on. So I'd like to see the whole NFC East make the playoffs and every team to lose their first game. You know what I'm saying? That'd be a dream come true.
Hey, go ahead, man.
Everybody in, everybody out.
I don't think that's possible.
Wouldn't two of the teams have to play each other?
Yeah. It's not possible.
Is that possible?
There's only 7 teams. I mean, they can't.
For that to happen, the Eagles got to lose out for the Vikings to get the first, and then that means Dallas will have to could either lose out as well, or then it'll be the 49. It'll be who would it be? It'll be Eagles versus the Redskins. I mean the Commanders, and then it'll be Dallas versus the 49ers, and then the Giants versus one of those.
Oh no, we tripping. No. Yeah, the Eagles will have a first round bye. So yeah.
But for that not to happen, the Eagles have to lose out.
Yeah, and that means the Vikings will get that top spot.
Yeah.
All right, wait. This is kind of funny though. The Lions are the Texas A&M of the NFL. I wonder what he means by that exactly.
By that,
like,
yeah.
He hates the NFL. So.
Give us some more. Yeah, give us some more background on what you mean by comparing the Lions to Texas A&M, because Texas A&M is definitely that one team in the SEC that is like, I say overlooked. Is fair, right? Like they're just
but they never really amount for much in terms of the actual landscape of anything really powerful.
I mean, that's
true.
and that's the only thing I can see that with his metaphor, Texas A&M of the NFL, because they're like, it's like they're there. You got to kind of respect them week to week, but it's like, are you going to really do anything? Like, come on now.
Yeah, I mean, they're almost like they're like the one team in the SEC that you never really expect to do anything. It's like I'm trying to think of some players that went to Texas A&M. Nobody even be going there for
Johnny Manziel.
Well, yeah.
Mike Evans.
It's a good one.
Mike Evans was he was Texas A&M or Mississippi
Yes,
State?
he was. Nope, Texas A&M.
He
was during that Johnny Manziel area.
That's how still got to the league, throwing to Mike Evans.
Yeah, true shit. True.
Yeah.
True.
But yo, we're not even talking about how Tampa Bay may not make it. I don't think Tampa Bay makes it to the playoffs.
Man, I said last week that they
Well,
washed
and,
up, man.
and that's
Tom
another
Brady done.
thing. Jill, Guffey, what it do? Appreciate you for rocking with us. That's a good one, man. The Bucks, because I feel like that's another guy the league's gonna want to see in that tournament, bro. So these refs down the stretch are gonna be favorable to these teams with these big time quarterbacks who are gonna bring big time ratings to these games, bro.
I feel that because I mean it's either them or the Panthers gonna make it in that out of that NFC South, and I don't want to see Sam Darnold and the Panthers.
Yeah, nobody wants to see that. Hefe, I was trying to figure out too, man. I don't know what he was trying to say, bro. I feel like it's just like Texas A&M is just kind of trash, and maybe the Lions are just trash. Like even the year you think they might be all right, they're still trash. I don't know. Maybe that's what he was getting at, bro. Because people thought the Lions were gonna be good, and y'all feel like I drank the Kool-Aid. I didn't completely drink the Kool-Aid. I just was rocking with Dan Campbell, the Hard Knock stuff.
That was a great HBO propaganda bit, man.
Yeah.
No more. Yo, he was perfect for that. He was perfect for Hard Knocks. And honestly, I'd say the Lions have shown sometimes this season that they're not a pushover anymore. Like you can't go in there and not try against the Lions that you're gonna win. Like it's not happening, bro. If you go in there playing around, playing with your food, so to speak, they can
the
be.
Lions have some talent.
Yeah, they got some guys. Yeah.
They got some guys that would go on other teams and perform. I mean, you got a quarterback that would start on a couple other teams. You got receivers that probably would be bigger names in different cities, major markets. So, yeah, Lions. I don't know. I don't get that Texas A&M comment, but you know,
because Amon-Ra St. Brown, bro, in my opinion, is like top 10. Nah, I say he's top 15, top 20 receiver though. At least I say he's top 15, bro. Amon-Ra to me is entering that like elite.
I think he had an off year this year. I was expecting a lot more from him this year, to be honest.
Off year, he's top like 12 in receiving yards, bro.
Killing it.
I just thought he would be better.
That's an off year. No, this is he's having a career year. You call it an off year?
All right. I had high expectations for him after his first year. And I ain't gonna lie, Bryce, you told me that he was the next Antonio Brown. So, you know, I had
feel like
higher hopes.
AB and like, bro, he
looks like
out.
Pretty good.
I just seen the Lions hand him the ball off last week. Like he
going crazy, bro.
He's a playmaker.
Yeah, Amon-Ra
score on my
crazy.
anytime touchdown bet.
And he missed a couple games this year, and he's like top 12 in receiving. But I feel like I think there's he's in like that third tier to me, bro. There's a second tier above him. There's a first tier of like 4 or 5 guys. There's a second tier above him that like he's not next up in that second tier, but he's about next up. He's like, you know.
Who would you say is in that first tier?
That first tier, bro, is
Justin
Jefferson. Jefferson has solidified himself in that first tier. Jefferson, Hill solidified in that first tier.
Waddle.
No, he's not in the first tier.
Y'all crazy. Waddle?
Not in the first tier, bro.
First tier, we're talking about the best of the best.
Hill,
the
Jefferson.
Like AJ Brown
Adams.
might not even be in that tier.
No, he's not. Hill, Jefferson, Adams, and there's one more I'm missing.
Adams isn't in that tier anymore.
Adams
isn't better.
Adams both definitely in that tier.
Adams isn't better than AJ Brown. Adams isn't better than AJ Brown.
Bro, you're crazy. Adams is definitely in that. What? Hey, all right, bro. I'm gonna let you have that because you know you fanboying.
Diggs.
You're not realizing you fanboy. He is better than AJ Brown. But there's one more guy I'm missing.
Did you
Diggs.
Cooper Kupp.
I think Diggs is up there too.
And Diggs. Cooper Kupp and Diggs are both in that top tier. So there's about 6 guys then. But you got to put Kupp in there, although you know he's hurt, but you still got to include him. And Diggs definitely.
What about Hopkins?
I put Hopkins in there too. I put Hopkins.
Wait, why y'all put him? If y'all gonna put Adams, right? Why y'all wouldn't put Waddle? Waddle's only like 60 yards behind Devontae Adams right now in receiving yards.
Listen,
not even 60. He's only 30 yards behind.
First of all, we don't look at players' yards and automatically rank them by their yards. First off, that's where we start.
Okay, and reception, he did it with less receptions though. What are you talking about then? What?
Also,
bro. There's 3 categories. If you're really ranking players, bro, I feel like there's 3 categories you must hit. 1, they have to be elite at their position currently, right?
He's
elite.
not. He's over 1,000 yards.
Hold on. 2, they have to have what I consider a proven.
All right, whatever. No, I'm not even gonna argue no more. Nah, because this is more like
Terry needs to have a proven track record.
Nah,
top 5.
It's 2 years where he has over 1,000 yards. His rookie year last year and now this year, and he done it with less reception yards, with less receptions.
I don't even put Chase in that. You think he's better than Jamar Chase?
Waddle? So you consider Jamar Chase in the top tier?
I'm asking you. Do you think Waddle's better than Jamar Chase?
I think they're right there par with each other. They're not that far from each other.
Okay, so you didn't answer the. Do you think he's better than Jamar Chase?
No, but I wouldn't say Jamar Chase is that much better than him, anyways.
All right then, because I mean Jamar Chase is like I feel like he's not in my top tier, bro. I thought he was gonna be coming into the season, but I don't think he is right now, bro. I don't know.
I thought him up there too.
He's the one where I'm like,
Jamar Chase missed 4 games, and he's literally only 40 yards from 1,000 yards.
I mean,
Jamar Chase, the one I'm back and forth. I feel like Jamar Chase is elite, but like, has he?
G only measuring yards. Yeah. G only measuring yards. He don't even use his eyeballs, bro.
He's just like who's ever good right now, bro. Like,
what are you talking about? I had Waddle in my fantasy team, and my man's been putting up numbers. Not even just about that. He has reception. He's done it with less receptions. What are you talking about then? He's got it over 1,000 yards with 69 receptions.
Bro,
a lot of these other guys have 80 receptions.
All that means he's a big play receiver, but is he better at route running? Does he have better clutch hands?
No. Listen.
He's averaging over 14 yards per receptions. Is that not good?
No. Listen. How can you be?
Matter of fact, Waddle's averaging over 18 yards per reception. How is that not great?
How can
y'all tell me?
One's saying he's not great, bro.
How can you
be top tier?
You're never going to win this debate with numbers, bro. You just keep throwing numbers at us, you're not going to win this debate.
And you're not a number 1 receiver. You don't have the number 1 cornerback following you, checking you. They're game planning for Tyreek Hill week to week.
But how is that his fault when either you got to go 1 or 1-2?
Then
how is that your fault? How are you going to blame me for being great when I have another great guy next to me?
Then you need to be greater than him.
Because it makes your life easier, bro.
All right, whatever.
That's the difference, bro.
I'm wrong. I'm wrong.
It makes your life easier, bro. Makes your life easier.
I feel like if you put Devontae Smith in that same role, you get the same numbers. If you put Jameson Williams, you know what I'm saying, he's just back. But like those vertical guys, I don't know. I got to see a little more from Waddle, but Jamar Chase to me is in whatever tier AJ Brown is. Like that's like a tier, like that's the back end of tier 2 to me.
Wait, the back end of tier 2 or the top?
Yeah.
I say the back end of tier 2, tier 1, or the front end of tier 2. I guess you could say.
I don't think those guys are better than a couple of other guys that just got paid. The Debos, the DK Metcalfs, Terry McLaurin's. I don't think those guys are better than them.
No, I don't either, bro. That's what I'm saying. I don't think Jamar Chase is the one, bro, where I feel like he can go either way. He's either the bottom. This is the weird thing about Chase. He's either in the bottom of tier 1 or he's in the middle of tier 2, which is strange. But I feel like Jamar Chase was supposed to be in that tier 1 this year, and to me, and it really hasn't lived up to what I thought it was going to be. Terry McLaurin needs to go to another team. No, he doesn't, bro. Let Terry stay where he at, man. Terry just got a bag. Terry is good, bro. Terry is good. We're going to get Terry a quarterback. Don't worry, man. But, yeah, that second tier is like A.J. Brown and Terry. To me, A.J. Brown and Terry are like on the same level. I think it depends. I don't know, bro. Honestly, I like Terry better, but then again, I'm a Commanders fan, so that's bias.
Commando.
Bro. Terry Brown is, Terry McLaurin is not better than A.J. Brown. Maybe a route running.
I disagree.
Maybe
I disagree. But
you put impact on a difference on a team, bro. Like AJ Brown transformed this Eagles team, bro.
Bro, Terry McLaurin is why my team is like, bro. What do you mean? Like Terry literally leads my squad in every receiving category, bro. Like,
okay, but what is your squad? What is that? What is that? Something good? It's not anything good. So,
well, what? Okay, but now you're doing that thing where you're making a point that has nothing to do with what we're talking about. But I'll say this: if you take Terry McLaurin off of my team, then what are we? You know what I'm saying? Like, so that's another thing that, like, if Terry McLaurin's hurt, my team is a whole lot worse, bro, without him.
Here's my thing about Terry McLaurin, though. And maybe this is on the quarterback play. Maybe it's not. But did you notice that last week Jalen Hurts didn't play? But A.J. Brown still got money, right? You know, the quarterback made sure he got the ball. He made sure he got open, too. But
So where y'all putting Cooper Kupp in this?
At the top.
some reason Carson Wentz and Terry didn't have that early on. And, he kind of went missing for a part of the season, in my opinion. So that's only my knock on Terry this season.
Well, he never
like
once went missing. I mean, he was still doing work.
He seemed to be less effective
Still
than
top
Curtis
10,
Samuel.
top 10 in the league in receiving, man, and that's without a good quarterback, bro.
A case could be made that Gardner Minshew is a starter in this league, and he's better than every quarterback on their roster.
I'd say
case could
I wouldn't
be
say
made.
Gardner Minshew's better. Well, he might be better than every quarterback on the roster. Well, I don't know if he's better than Wentz, but yeah, their good days are definitely pretty comparable.
DJ Moore is in like tier 4. He's like the top of tier 4.
Wait,
Whoa.
That's disrespectful.
Tier 3, I think it's.
That's disrespectful. DJ Moore is a lot better than a lot of these dudes that y'all gonna put in tier 2.
No.
DJ Moore is a dog, bro.
He believes DJ Moore was a top
If
3
DJ
wideout.
Moore
He
was
on a
playing
better
with
team.
a Patrick Mahomes, we would think he was the greatest thing since sliced bread.
That's a lot of people.
Yeah.
Just saying.
I
DJ
feel
Moore has had awful. You talking about another player that's had awful quarterback play? DJ Moore's had awful quarterback play, and he's still been a good receiver. Hey, he's probably the only player that's had as bad a quarterback play as Terry McLaurin, to be honest.
Yeah, but Terry McLaurin is doing more with.
Yes, he is. But DJ Moore's had seasons better than Terry. DJ Moore's had one season, the year before last, where he was going crazy. But who at quarterback? I don't even know.
That was Baker, wasn't it?
Bums.
Oh, Donald, not Baker. Donald.
And Donald first came in there. Nah, that was my man's. It's my boy named PJ Walker chucking that thing to DJ Moore, man. I'm not giving Donald that credit. I'm giving it to PJ Walker, man. But I think Moore's right there though. I think Moore's right on that tier 2, bottom tier 2.
I'm putting him in tier 3. Where's Mike Evans?
Mike
Evans on the trading block. If y'all in any of my leagues, that's all I know.
Mike Evans certified tier 2 probably should be tier 1. Honestly,
no, not tier 1.
Mike Evans, I think, is the most underappreciated receiver in the league. Very underappreciated, man. All he does,
I think he's a solid tier 2.
All he does is set records. When it's all said and done, Mike Evans will be the most decorated receiver from this generation.
No, he's not. Hell no.
Bruh, he's already on pace, bruh. Y'all not looking at it. He's already on pace to be the most decorated receiver. Nobody in this era got more yards than Mike Evans, I don't think. Maybe like,
bro, give Justin Jefferson another year and he's there.
Yes. Jefferson, but also I'm talking
give
like
Cooper Kupp.
Think about it like this. Mike Evans
give Cooper Kupp a healthy year.
Oh, listen though. Mike Evans is kind of a generation before Justin Jefferson, bro. And
Yeah,
kind of one before Cooper Kupp as well.
Better comp though.
Mike Evans has been in the league for about 13, maybe not 13, but 10, probably 10 seasons at least.
Keenan Allen or Mike Evans?
All time, you got to go Mike Evans, bro. And the great thing about
they're both injury prone. I'll take Mike Evans.
All time. They played long enough, like we can start having that conversation. Like we can talk about those players all time, man.
But I'm not taking none of that. I'm taking Cooper Kupp before both of them. I'll tell you that much.
Mike Evans, yeah, he looked like he's on pace to never have less than 1,000 yards.
Bro, that's what I'm saying, bro. That man never had an under 1,000-yard season. Right now, if we ranking him, his yardage, he's probably active. I don't know who's highest yards active. I'm about to look that up right now, but I bet you it's Mike Evans. Highest active receiver.
I do feel like Mike Evans came into the league at a time when the league was changing its identity. So he kind of benefited
I don't want to hear that, man. No, Mike Evans. The identity of the league was already solidified when Mike Evans got in the league, bro. Stop it with that.
No, and he's benefited.
Stop. Mike Evans didn't benefit from a league switch. No,
Hey,
not
Bryce,
at all,
it's
bro.
Julio Jones.
Offenses.
Who?
Julio Jones.
Julio
active
Jones
receiving
highest
yards.
active.
13,000. The second is DeAndre Hopkins with 11,000. Deshaun Jackson, 11,000. AJ Green, 10. Travis Kelce, 10. Mike Evans, 6. Wow.
Mike
Travis
Evans,
Kelce has
40
more
yards,
than
40 yards behind Kelce and's played a year less than him. So pretty much Mike
Travis
Evans will
Kelce being out there
pass,
is pretty impressive, though.
pretty much this season, Mike Evans will pass AJ Green, and by next year it'll be past, Deshaun Jackson. Like
He'll
bro,
be up there. He'll probably take this list.
he's probably got a good 5 seasons left in him. When it's all said and done, Mike Evans will, like I said, he'll be one of the most decorated receivers from this generation.
I don't think he has 5 years left, but
I think he does. I think he'll play till he's 34.
I think he's got like at least 3 or 4.
He's got all of Brady's career left, bro. He's got as long as Brady's with the Bucks, Mike Evans will be there.
Brady's after this.
So he's got like 2 weeks left?
I don't think Brady's done after this year. Y'all crazy.
Done.
Yeah, I think he's done. I don't
think he's done.
People need to start putting respect on Mike Evans' name, though. I gotta say, bro, I feel like Mike Evans might be in that tier 1, and I don't know, bro. He might not get the respect he deserves.
No, he's not tier 1. He's tier 2.
He's tier 2 though.
He's like the top guy in tier 2, then.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Debatable.
I think he's right in the middle.
He's up there.
Debatable.
I think he's tearing down though. In my opinion, because you know what I'm saying. When I got him in the keeper league a few years ago, I felt really good about that pick.
So where y'all have Travis Kelce in all of this?
He's a tight end.
He's a tight end.
Nah, but he's a tight end that's throwing up receiver numbers.
This is what this guy said.
I mean, he's great receiving tight end. Could go down as the best receiving tight end ever.
Yeah,
he's in the conversation.
I know. He could go down as the best tight end ever when it's all said and done.
No, man. Best receiving.
Bro, the numbers.
So who would y'all say is the best tight end ever?
Bro, he's gonna exceed that. Right now, he's might be best receiving tight end.
Every day of the week, I'm taking George Kittle over Travis Kelce.
No.
Bro, I'm not even. We're not arguing. We're not arguing with this one. The man is a 49ers fan. Y'all not about to argue this man.
This is not nothing.
Tony Gonzalez or something. I would have had some respect.
What my tight end? What is his role? And receiving is.
Man, your tight end hasn't even won a Super Bowl yet. What are you talking about?
I mean, he don't got Pat Mahomes.
Okay, and
my tight end can put you on every year. Can do probably a 5-minute highlight tape.
Oh yeah, if your tight end's healthy, he can do that.
Yeah, exactly.
You know why? Because my tight end plays much more physical.
Bro, I don't want. Oh
no, he doesn't.
Oh,
no, he doesn't.
That's not helping me. That's not helping me in the long term if you're not on the field because you play so physical, bro. Like,
yeah, exactly.
Field, bro.
It's all number one quality. It's about availability, my boy, and your boy is not available for like 6 games throughout the year.
Right, like please dial that physicality down a little bit so we can have you for 10 to 12 games instead of 2.
So basically, teams should just put Drake London's and Mike Evans at tight end.
Nah, because Kelce's a lot more than that as a blocker, though.
Nah.
Exactly.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, he's a lot more than that as a blocker.
He's
not an elite blocker by any means, but he's not a pushover.
Yeah, don't disrespect the Kelce family, bro. They got blockers in their family. His brother's an old lineman, right? He's not gonna.
This man is still upset about 3 years ago when Travis Kelce did his defense dirty.
You mean the game we dropped an interception that would have sealed the game?
Hey, that's something about your defense not doing the job.
All right. Well, let's not relive the past. Hey, but let's shift over to.
Got a nice shirt on, my boy. You got a nice hat on, man. Let's not give you nightmares.
And let's shift over to the AFC playoff picture, man. We got the Bills at number 1, of course. They've already clinched division. Chiefs number 2, 12-3, clinched. Bengals 11-4. They've clinched the playoffs. Ravens 10-5. They've clinched the playoffs. And then you got in the 6th spot, you got the Chargers who have clinched the playoffs. Then in the hunt, interesting, man, because the Jaguars have a chance to win that division, which is wild, man.
I got them in first place.
What's that? Oh yeah, I'm
Are they in
tripping. I'm
first
sorry.
place?
Yeah, they are in first place.
They are in first place.
They'll basically be going head to head with the Titans for that division. So that's an interesting, I don't know. It's going to come down to it, bro. I mean,
I love that.
I don't know who's going to win that. I guess I lean Jags right now. They're looking pretty impressive, but man,
I know who's going to win that.
We'll see what Malik Willis really has down the stretch. But for these wild card spots, looks like it's really only one up for grabs, and that's the spot that the Miami Dolphins currently hold. They're at 8-7.
I got a question. Bryce, were you a big fan of Malik Willis at the beginning of the season?
I was a huge fan of Malik Willis.
Yeah, I remember you gassed that boy up to be like the second coming of McNabb or something. He was like, this boy's the truth. I remember that preseason.
I'll stand behind Malik Willis, bro. I stand behind Malik Willis as a quarterback in the NFL, and everybody is not going to look like that guy game one. And everybody looks like that guy game one is not that guy. So we'll see how it plays out for Malik Willis. I hope that the Titans put him in the best situation to succeed. That's what worries me the most for Malik Willis, bro. Because, I mean, Ryan Tannehill ain't have no O-line, so that means Malik Willis don't got no O-line. And Ryan Tannehill didn't have, they got rid of Ryan Tannehill's top weapon. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully they don't do the same for Malik, bro. They put him in a good position. I think he'll be successful, but we'll see. We'll see.
Nah.
Fifth round pick, right? Crazy.
What?
So it's like what? Fifth or was it third?
I thought he was a sixth.
Third round.
Hey, he was your number one quarterback on your board, so let's keep it all in perspective.
Yeah, I
He was my
remember that
top
too.
quarterback on my board, bro. He definitely was. And I was also high on Kenny Pickett as well.
You were definitely high. That's for sure.
I was high on Kenny Pickett as well, though. I was on record saying I felt the quarterbacks from this draft class would end up being better than anyone gave them credit for. And so far, Brock Purdy looking like, hey, man,
Yo, I have a question. Where did you have him in your rankings?
He probably had him last.
It was a joke.
He probably didn't even have him.
It was a joke, G. It was a joke.
There you
I was
go.
not on the Brock Purdy train.
But your proclamation was right because he was the last one to get drafted, and he might end up being the most successful one this season potentially. We'll see.
I mean, this just goes to show you that drafting players and evaluating players, it's more luck than art, and more luck than science. Like Malik Willis is supremely talented. Justin Fields, all those guys, supremely talented. But you have a guy like Brock Purdy that gets into a great situation and he wins. He just wins, right? He played a lot of college ball. He's really experienced. He's out there. He's not making too many mistakes. But the other guys are expected to go out there and change teams and change revolutionize their offenses and lead drives and score. And it's just about your situation. We look at Justin Fields, man. They wouldn't let him run the ball, really. Then they started incorporating some runs. I mean, it got him hurt, but you could tell what type of talent he was when he played within himself. And I think the same thing for Malik Willis, man. That's a tough situation to be in when you hand the ball off 30 times and 3rd and 4, if you don't convert it as a pass, drives over.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Not to mention you've been running the ball and which limits possessions. So it's rough, man. Where you get drafted and who you get drafted to. Look at Trevor Lawrence with your man that I hated coming to the NFL. I can't even think his name.
Doug Peterson?
No.
Hey, the tape says otherwise. You talking about Urban Meyer?
Oh, Urban Meyer.
Meyer, yes.
I got you on tape saying that was the best hire of the offseason.
I mean, considering that was out of context. I believe I said
whatever, man. Be careful.
I believe I said Robert, but run the tape on that. Run the entire tape.
You said it was a tie. But your boy Salah can't pick quarterbacks either. But
well, he doesn't have
spicy.
another conversation. We talk about the wild card. I mean, all right. So the Jags are going to make the playoff over the Titans. Let's get that in the books. Dougie P should have never been fired from Philly. Let's get that in the books. I'm all for Trevor Lawrence. I'm all for. Rome said that he was a bust 4 weeks ago. Let's run that tape. Rome said he was a bust 4 weeks ago, man. Oh, he's a bust. He ain't done nothing. Well, he's done some things now. He must have heard you. Now I think the Jags are the last team you want to play in the playoffs, and I think they will be in the playoffs certainly. I don't think you want to play the Jags if you're in the AFC. I think the team.
Why not?
I know this wasn't the question, but I think the number one team you want to play in the AFC is probably the Ravens or the Dolphins. The Dolphins
if Lamar Jackson comes back, no one wants to see the Ravens with Lamar coming back game one, bro. You don't want that.
I guess
That's not a pretty one. Yeah, right. You're crazy.
What
He's just gonna come back. He's just gonna come back first game without no practice, nothing like that. They don't have no receivers. They don't want Sammy Watkins and Deshaun Jackson and nobodies. Bro, come on now.
If anybody,
that's Lamar Jackson, bro. If Brady was coming back after 3 or 4 games and he's coming back from the first game of the playoffs, everybody would be like, "Oh, it's Brady." Like, nah, bro. And I do the same.
No.
It's Lamar.
How about Nick? Let's put up $20.
I guarantee the Ravens will be out of the playoffs in the first round.
Yeah, all right. Keep getting.
How much you want to bet? Let's bet those $20 Bryce owes me. Yo, Bryce, put my $20 up. Hey, yo, Bryce, hand me $20. Matter of fact, Nick.
I don't like the way you.
No. We're not doing all that.
My $20, bro. I don't like that.
Nah, your $20 is my whore. That's a whore $20 right there. That should be passed around, but it's gonna stay in my pocket. Nick, what's up? $20 on that right now.
So you're betting that the Ravens will win their first round matchup, and I'm betting they'll lose.
Yes.
Correct.
Yes.
All right. Because they clinch, so they'll be in. All right, deal.
Yeah.
$20. I'm not collecting it from Bryce. I need it from you.
Nah, that's Bryce. Bryce, well, send me my $20, Bryce. Hurry up. Because matter of fact, hold on to my $20. Nick, send me my $20. Don't be like Bryce, making me wait a whole month for my money now. I just want my money.
Man, I'm not trying to have to do an ancestry DNA test to find this money. All right.
Hey, look, I kind of agree with Bryce, man. If any quarterback can come back and win that, it would be Lamar Jackson. But the contract issue, man, I don't know that he even wants to really be there. Like,
I don't know if he does either.
I feel like that's a really toxic situation. I don't think Lamar comes back to the Ravens, regardless of how it goes. I mean, maybe if he gets the Super Bowl and they throw a bag at him or something, but I don't know if I'd be betting on Lamar Jackson round one.
Landon
Also,
said he believes the Bills won't make it out the first round this year, and the Bills are another one of those teams that's like, this is the second year in a row I predicted the Bills to win the Super Bowl, and it just seems like, man, you don't know which Bills you're gonna get, bro. Like, sometimes the Bills look unstoppable, and then sometimes they look like, like I don't know, bro, real suspect. How do you guys feel about the Bills? Is it like, can that defense be relied on? I feel like Josh Allen can be relied on, but that defense has faltered in some really clutch moments in the past. How y'all feeling about Buffalo?
I think Josh Allen is leaning into his own hype a little bit. Like, I don't know if I want to back a guy that's kind of out there playing hero ball. And he's got him in trouble a few times this season. And in playoffs, the perfect time to be a hero. And I don't know if I want to support the Bills, but when they get hot, they do get it cooking. I don't know, man. You know, it's about getting hot this time of year. If you could get hot and make a run, a lot of those AFC teams could run all the way to the Super Bowl. I mean, shoot, even Miami, they were 8-4. They're trending the wrong way. If they could find a way to flip the switch and turn it back on, no one will want to play Jalen Waddle. Striking field.
I gotta take about the Bills.
I hate you. You sarcastic whore.
I gotta take about the Bills. So I believe the Bills are premium cut version of the Vikings. They're the same though. Which is basically hinging on a lottery arm. So good luck with that. You know what I mean? You're gonna win a lot, you're gonna lose, you're gonna win, you're gonna lose, but the house always wins. All right. So eventually you're gonna lose. And that's how I feel about the Bills. They're not going to make a run. If they do lose in the first round, I wouldn't be shocked. Right now, they're set for a bye. But I wouldn't be surprised if they lost their first game. I wouldn't be surprised if they won a game or two. But I definitely wouldn't be surprised if they end up losing. Are they going to make a run all the way through? I don't see them making a run all the way through. They haven't shown me the consistency.
Well, outside. Well, how would you feel about this? Let me put it this way: would you feel more confident with the Bills making a run or the Bengals?
The Bengals, definitively. And
I
said in the beginning of the season, I didn't think the Bengals would make the playoffs. But now that they're in there, I think they have the best shot besides the Chiefs.
That's a tape we need to run because a few of y'all was talking crazy about the Bengals to begin the season. I remember I definitely had them in the offs, and I think I was the only one, bro. Y'all was going. What was y'all thinking, bro? Why was y'all going so hard?
I'm still not a believer in
it was a fluke. It was the first time they made it in years, man. And they had a bad O-line. People don't usually outrun bad O-line.
I told y'all Burrow over Herbert. And then y'all was going. I'll never forget how much y'all was loving Herbert. And I was like, bro, y'all tripping. Burrow better than Herbert. Y'all were like, nah, Herbert is this. I'm like, yo, this is crazy. And sure enough, man. The good miss ain't gonna lie to you, man. He ain't gonna lie.
I think that was Burrow mostly, bro.
Y'all think Burrow's better than Herbert?
Bro, Herbert's out there.
He's definitely better than Herbert. Burrow's only person not Burrow better. Burrow's better than Allen.
Ooh.
No, he's not.
No, give me Burrow. Give me Burrow in the game on the line, not Josh Allen.
No.
The
Bengals has been lucky because he played two bad offensive teams as of late. Look at Tampa Bay. Those interceptions have been costly, and it got fucked over. And then you got New England that clearly doesn't have an offense, period. Don't matter who's on the center for them. They can't get that shit together. And now they're about to play the Buffalo Bills this Monday night. Nah, I'm taking the Bills. I'll take the Bills on a run more than anybody. Because even the only fault that the Bills have, they start slow. But once they get it going, they get you cooking. They'll cook any team. In the second half, that's a second half team. And shit, I'd rather have a second half team than a first half team that's going to let you catch up.
Facts, though.
Well, I'll tell you what, the Bengals are a fourth quarter team.
Tonight. I mean, I'd rather have a second half team than a first half team. I like that, bro.
Whatever. Bengals are a fourth quarter team, man. Give me the Bengals. If the Chiefs don't, I'm gonna tell you what.
Watch.
It's gonna come down to the Chiefs. It's gonna be coming down to the Chiefs or the Bengals in the AFC. That's all.
Watch Justin Herbert put on the playoffs.
Put who?
Joe Burrow out the playoffs. You heard it here first.
Yeah, right.
All right.
Actually, you know what? I'm not gonna say that.
Wait, who's gonna put who out the playoffs, T?
Justin Herbert is gonna put Joe Burrow out the playoffs.
Oh man, y'all smoking too much piff down there, man. What?
Okay.
Nah, but
Young Phillip Rivers is about to put Joe Burrow out? You crazy.
Okay.
Young Phillips?
You know what will happen though? Trevor Lawrence gonna put Lamar Jackson out.
No, he's not. You're bugging.
That could happen.
Well, we got money on it already, so it's not gonna happen.
Yo, y'all, the Lamar, I don't know what it is about.
I don't got nothing against Lamar
about this time of year, but y'all always start disrespecting the boy Lamar. Every time, man. Every year.
Bro, Lamar
fails.
hasn't played. Lamar's coming off injury, hasn't played in 2 weeks. He has no receiver. Bro, it's the Ravens haven't scored at wide receiver besides last week, the first wide receiver that scored since week 3. From the wide receiver position. No touchdowns. Week 3. It's week 16. That's not good.
All right, man. It's not good, man. But don't disrespect that boy Lamar, bro. That's all I'm saying, bro. Don't disrespect that boy, man.
Y'all treating them like them barbecue grills, just trying to pull up in a cold, desolate parking lot and just fire up the glizzies, bro. Okay, good luck with that.
Whoa, you invited people to the Frank stand? You're crazy, man.
Hold on.
I mean, that's all they got over there, wide receiver. They don't got no premium cuts. It's only glizzies over there on the offense.
If things stay the way they are, Jacksonville would play Baltimore, and Cincy would play the Chargers.
Bro, Ravens GM should be ashamed of himself. I with Lamar Jackson, I want him to stay because of my associations with the state of Maryland, but I wouldn't stay if I wasn't. What shows me that, you know,
in fact,
he can make that trip right down the Baltimore-Washington Parkway and come on and play for the Commanders, man. We got weapons for you, Lamar. We got buku weapons for you, my boy. We got endless
But
weapons.
honestly,
We
if
got
you had y'all offense, and not saying y'all have that many weapons, but you got much more weapons than the Baltimore Ravens.
We got weapons. We got
Bro.
weapons for days, nigga. What do you
I'm-
mean? We have weapons for days. That's what we got.
You got weapons for a few hours.
I'm
We
looking
got
at
weapons, bro. We got more weapons than. There's not many teams in the NFL with more weapons than us.
You got
Oh my God, you're bugging. You're bugging. You're bugging. I
G,
can name five. I can name five right now.
Damn sure not your
I can
team.
name five.
It's
It don't
damn
have
sure
to
not
be
your
my team. This sounds like Rome is talking for you. Because Rome said the same shit about your defense. And your shit ain't pop up.
It's damn sure not your team, G. I don't know who y'all be throwing the ball to.
Clearly, we beat y'all with my team. So what's up? So it don't matter, but we beat y'all with my team. So what do you say? Technically, your boys didn't have enough weapon to get this beat down.
Bruh, that's because their coaches
I don't know what you're talking about over there.
coaches has a bunch of bozos, man. Scott Turner is trash. Ron Rivera is Kmart.
Trash.
I like Ron. Ron, that's my dog.
Jack Del
Ron.
Rio is a dinosaur. That team just needs to be overhauled a little bit, man. It's not
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. The only one on that list that can go is Scott Turner. Everybody else I'm cool with. But my point was the weapons, bro. All right, that's my only point was the weapons, and we got some weapons. We just need someone that can wield the weapons. You know, if you just have a weapon, if I just give a random person a crossbow, if I hand Gerardo a crossbow, he ain't gonna know what to do with that crossbow, right? But if I hand that same crossbow to a Navy SEAL, hey, that crossbow is gonna look like a legit weapon, bro. You know, you can have all the weapons in the world, but if you don't know how to wield the weapon, it's useless, bro. It's useless, and that's what we're looking at. That's what we're looking at in Washington right now. But we're gonna get somebody. We're gonna get somebody, man. Hopefully. Hopefully.
Yeah.
Football gods.
If you're smart, you pray that you get my man Jimmy G. If you're smart, but
I ain't worried.
That's
Honestly,
actually
I
within the realm of possibility.
I wouldn't
Or
hate
David Carr.
I wouldn't hate Jimmy G, but I wouldn't like Jimmy G. I wouldn't hate it.
Look. I mean,
I want to rock
too.
with. I just want to rock with my guy Sam Howell and call it a day, man.
I like Sam Howell.
I'll tell you what, if y'all got Derek Carr, that'd be the best quarterback y'all had in a long time too. But
that's what I would want to see. Carr to the Washington, Jimmy G to the Jets. I think that's perfect fits.
I don't really
so what happens with
Carr.
Devontae out there? He just out there in Vegas by himself, like.
Hey, he can come
get a
too.
DUI.
He can add to our weapon.
Oh no! Stop! That's too early. Don't say that. It's fucked up, man.
What did he say?
Man. He said he can get a DUI, man.
Oh, come on,
you hear this, man? Come on.
Come on, man.
He gonna be bored out there. He gonna have no one to throw to.
He gonna be bored. Because he's gonna be bored, we're just automatically assuming DUI. He's gonna be bored. DUI. Now he's gonna be bored. Maybe he picks up a new hobby. Maybe he tries golf. Maybe it's maybe it's straight to DUI.
You better practice juggling.
Oh man,
hey, that's the ball.
Scenario: Derek Carr goes to the Jets, Jimmy G goes to the Raiders, and the Commanders are still in quarterback purgatory.
For giving up Kirk Cousins.
That is crazy. Raiders running back with the most rushing yards here, top 4 receiver receiving yards, still not in the playoffs. Goes to show you, man, stats are not all that, bro. And empty stats, man. Some things end up being empty stats. And I think that when you get some of these quarterback receiver relationships, it ends up coming before the team. I think we may have seen that in Vegas a little bit, bro. Derek Carr was all giddy to get his homie playing with him. Devontae Adams, we already knew what he was coming from, right? And if Devontae Adams had a fall off, and he doesn't strike me as this type of guy, right? But one thing that always scares you about these big name receivers is what? They get to a new spot and they don't get the ball the way they wanted to. And all of a sudden, bro, they're not happy. They disgruntled and it's an issue. And Derek Carr made sure that wasn't going to happen. Because what did he do, bro? First 5-6 games of the season, he force-fed Devontae Adams. And Devontae was putting up crazy numbers early, remember? And kind of fizzled out a little bit. Still got big numbers, but it kind of, it started to dwindle as the season went on. And it just goes to show you, man, like sometimes just having that connection, it doesn't really mean anything. It doesn't contribute to winning.
They also got Josh McDaniels, who obviously needs to go.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
the New England
with Bill Belichick.
Two things for certain, bro. The New England coaching tree. If his name's not Bill Belichick, you don't want him. All right. Point blank. Because Matt Patricia is not a good coach. We know this. He was a horrible offensive coordinator. He destroyed Mac Jones.
Joe Judge.
McDaniels the second time. Let's not forget. And we'll talk about Denver. We haven't talked about Denver yet. But wasn't he the head coach in Denver too, McDaniels, before he blew that up too?
Oh.
Or was that one of the jobs that he fake took? Because I would never hire a guy that did that. Oh, he took a job and then he declined it and he went back and then he said, "No, I think I'm going to stay here."
Yeah,
I ain't gonna lie, like, it's a little funny, some funny style stuff. You trust that? That's your guy that's going to lead your men? I don't think so. Not my style of leader. Like Russell Wilson, for example. Let's talk about Russell Wilson. Actually, I'm gonna lead this topic again with Russell Wilson because we know when Nathaniel Hackett just got fired, and we seen them bring in a new GM, we seen them bring in a new coach, we seen them bring in a new quarterback, all in the same year. The coach took the brunt of the hit there, and Nathaniel Hackett was fired. So my question for y'all is, man, is the Russell Wilson situation is salvageable? Is it fixable? What would you do? How do you fix it? It's a big mess, actually. T, what do you think?
You need to bring in a guy that works with quarterbacks. If I'm Denver, I'm looking at like a Kellen Moore, a quarterback that is proven to have some creativity in the offense and that going to have some good ideas for Russ. Nathaniel Hackett should have never been there, right? Nathaniel Hackett was there to try to get Aaron Rodgers to come. Rodgers didn't take the job, and they had to settle for overpaying Russell Wilson. And maybe they didn't overpay him. Maybe that was his value at the time, but it blew up. But I think to fix it, man, you need an OC that knows quarterbacks. And I think Kellen Moore, especially depending on if Dallas can win a game in the playoffs or something, I think that's a great name that you might want over there.
Okay. So I see the name Bieniemy in there, who's the name we tossed around, offensive guru. Hasn't gotten an opportunity to be a head coach. Does Russ even fit? Can you even use that Russ in that system? Does it make sense at all, Bryce?
Hold up. First off, my man Landon said, "I wonder why nobody ever tried to hire Eric Bieniemy. I think he could be a good head coach." I'll tell you why, Landon. It's one word and rhymes with crack.
Track.
Exactly.
I thought it was because his name rhymed with the enemy.
Maybe that's it. But nah, man. I don't know. Russell. The whole case with Russell Wilson is very, very strange, man. It's very curious, bro. Because like they signed Russell Wilson to all this bread. They brought in an offensive coordinator to me, I wouldn't say he was totally proven in the role. You know what I'm saying? I mean, yeah, he was the offensive coordinator with Green Bay for 2 years, but before that, all of his experience came with the Jacksonville Jaguars. And what offense was? I mean, he was a Jaguars OC from 2016 to 2018, and I don't remember them having a good offense. Before that, he was the Jaguars quarterback coach 2015 to 2016. I don't remember Blake Bortles ended up being nothing. I don't know who else would have been there during 2015-16. So how this guy, you know what I'm saying, finessed his way to be a head coach in the league is kind of wild to me, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying?
You crazy as hell.
The resume not speaking to me, bro. The resume is not speaking to me.
Isn't the thing? Imagine I'm in an interview with you and you're telling me your quarterback, your grooming experience, and you telling me Blake Bortles.
It's Blake Bortles, like, come on.
Are you surprised at the results? This was like a lot like Blake Bortles this season, actually.
Hey, isn't Nathaniel Hackett somebody's son?
That's the only thing that makes sense, bro.
Isn't everybody somebody's son? What are we talking about?
He's either somebody's son or he's John Madden's nephew.
He's related to somebody, man.
But I will say this, though. I will say this, man. As far as Russell Wilson goes, early on, I thought Russell Wilson was adjusting to a new offense, right? Now, man, I'm like, bro, is Russell Wilson just not – I still think he's got it. But I just think the adjustment is taking longer than expected. Russell Wilson played in the same offense for a long time, bro. And I think you take that for granted. How you know it, the way you know it, like the back of your hand. They say it's like speaking a language. You take that for granted when you speak. So maybe that's what's happening to Russell Wilson. Man, I don't know, bro. I wonder if we'll ever
This
see
is what
that.
I think happened.
Will we ever see 4,000-yard Russell Wilson again? That's the question.
Can I say Sean Payton as his next hiring? Sean Payton be a great example because Sean Payton loves a running quarterback and he loves his quarterbacks to throw at tight end or his running backs. And that's a perfect Russell Wilson style. I thought Eric Bieniemy, he'll be a great. Yeah, Russell will fit on his offense. Loves to throw at running backs and loves to throw at tight ends. And Russell loves both of those kind of coaches. I think Sean Payton, the rumor mill. I mean, we just heard a report. The man's trying to build. He's trying to be the Thanos of coaches coming back into the league. I think him and Russell will be a great fit. I think Russell needs that kind of coach, man. You guys just made a foolery of this coach that he had. You think Russell respected this man? He's like, man, he know he ain't want him. He's like, man, you wanted Aaron Rodgers, bro. Fuck you. I'm gonna get him out of here. I'm not gonna play great or half-ass it. They ain't gonna fire me. They just gave me a shit ton of money, and no organization is gonna want to eat that. And definitely send him off to somewhere else. That wasn't a scenario where it was a quarterback or your head coach. I'll give this man a couple of millions. I'll give this man damn near $250 million. I'm not about to throw that away. Yo, my man, gotta get the fuck up out of here. Get this shit and go home.
I think you make a good point, though, G. I think what happened with the Broncos is what happens to a lot of men in the dating market, which is that you had a good candidate lined up, and you lost, and you went with the second best candidate, and the second best candidate was not nearly the first candidate, and you end up with something, and you end up with a long-term deal that you end up with. You probably shouldn't have been in there. Or another example I give you is when you go to the grocery store and you see the chicken's getting marked down. It gets the markdown on it, and that's what happened. They took that chicken home. They tried to marinate it for 3 days in the fridge, and it got stanky by the time it got time to go to the grill.
Yeah, you never supposed to eat the marked down chickens, bro. Word to the wise, bro. Never eat any marked down poultry, beef, pork, any of that, man. Don't do it, man. That's disgusting.
Yo, well, why would anybody do that? What the fuck?
Save money.
Hey, bro, but at the half off, you get half off that chicken breast. It's enticing.
Yeah, unless you're about to eat it the same night.
No, I ain't gonna lie. I buy it, but you cook it the same day.
Oh, okay.
Eat it the same day. It's not meal. That's not meal prep chicken. All right.
That joint on a timer. That joint got like a bomb timer on it. It detonates the moment you walk. It starts the moment you walk out of the grocery store.
The truth is, the people that work there, they're throwing it out after that shift's over.
Oh man, y'all don't buy that. I wouldn't buy that meat if I wouldn't care. I'd have to eat all veggies that night, bro. Ain't no way I'm buying the markdown.
A bowl of oatmeal's a bowl of cereal, my boy.
They paid premium cut price for some old chicken, and now they all eating vegan over there.
Hey, you know what? I don't think Russ is done, bro. I don't think he's done at all.
I don't think so neither.
To me, Russ is like a guy that's kind of lost his confidence. All right, as an athlete, I don't know if all athletes have been in this spot, but I've been in this spot where I feel like I'm not doing anything different, but I'm getting different results, right? So then you start trying to do things that are a little bit outside of yourself. Not crazy, but just, a throw you might not have made. You might have threw it before the sticks, but you said, nah, let's push it downfield. Like, let's get it back. And just trying to get it back sometimes is how you make sure that you don't get it back. I think he'll need an off season to, relax, recover, and get his mind. I don't think Russ has ever failed before, period.
And my man said hire Charleston White instead, coach.
Nah, y'all bugging. All right, y'all just posting anything up here. Y'all tripping.
Hey, Charleston White would go to Russ. They say, Russ, you start today? Yeah. No, we're not going with you.
No. Hell no. We going with this. Put a random dude in the game. Hey, bro.
Russ' first wife was a white woman. We're not going with him. What Russ ever do for the community?
Hey, I will say this: Charleston White, top 3 funniest people on the internet right now, in my opinion.
Hands down.
Yes.
That man is hilarious, bro.
Bro, what he said about Gunner, he's telling the truth. He ain't snitching. I was like, yo.
Bro, low key, Charleston White be making points, but it's like he makes them in such a way that it's hard to agree with anything he says because the way he makes his points, you know what I'm saying? But he makes points, bro, and I think they get lost on most people. But
bro, he said them boys would be. He said them boys would be snitching in 6 months.
He was not lying.
He was not at all, bro. He was not lying at all, man. Charleston White, that dude is hilarious. I don't know, man. These internet guys kind of rise to fame now. It's interesting, man.
I'm about to say. So is he like? Because I've never heard of him. I ain't gonna lie.
Oh, bro.
No, I don't really be on the internet like that. I hear from y'all first.
Charleston White is he's like he's very abrasive, right? And he's very loud and rambunctious, and he says a lot of things that probably need to be said, but he says them in such a way that it's polarizing, right? For example, he'll say, rappers don't care about the community, so F Nipsey Hussle. But he'll also say, I care about Ermius, you know what I'm saying? But I don't care about Nipsey Hussle, the image, the rapper, right? But people get caught, they hear F Nipsey Hussle, and it's like, what? What did Nip ever do? And he's saying, no, rappers are a detriment to the community. So I mean,
basically, he's an Uncle Ruckus that loves black folks, but he's Uncle Ruckus about it in the way he approaches shit. He basically, if you watch the Bull Knights, he's Uncle Ruckus that loves black folks, but not Uncle Ruckus that like white folks. He's Uncle Ruckus that loves black folks. The way he comes about shit.
I mean, he definitely takes it too far, but
that's the thing, bro. He takes it too far, and the other thing about it is, bro, like I like Charleston White, but bro, I think he also does a lot of it. I think he also likes the fame too. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't do it all just for like the sake of being like, like good guy for the community. Like he also is doing it for the self-promotion part of it. And I think it's the more he goes, the more he's doing that.
I don't know. Like I just watched him say he threw a event for the moms of slain rappers, Tuka, Lil Snoop, FBG Duck. And he threw this event where they simulated a murder trial. And, of course, they filmed it and created a lot of content. And the people he was working with wanted to sell it to Netflix and other places. And he put it out for free. You know what I'm saying? He did make social. But
bro, I'm not saying I don't respect his work, bro. Like I do respect his work. And I know, and I've heard that he's like about this. He talked about the stuff he does. I'm just saying, as someone that watches the videos, you know what I'm saying? You can tell when somebody is like pushing for self-promotion over anything else in moments. I think sometimes it gets to him, bro. I think sometimes whenever, it's like the class clown, bro. When everyone's laughing at the class clown, it makes him go even harder, bro. Like, oh, shit, they laughing. I'm going to get him some more. Oh, they still laughing. Oh, get him again. Like, and I feel like that's what's going on with him, bro. And you know what I'm saying?
I can't. The reason I won't take anything from him, or at least on that front, is because all the entertainers are doing it. Like, he's doing it differently, but everybody has a camera in their face and that's making money with a camera in their face. They are purposely creating content and like not, they're almost I don't know how to explain it, but they're being more than who they are for the sake of the content. You know what I'm saying? Joe Budden, it's like Deion at Jackson State, bro. Like, you like the attention too. Same thing, right?
But the difference between Deion at Jackson State and Charleston White's is the content matter, right? Like, for example, a man posted this, right? He's in these positions now because of what he does. Like, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, yes, it's wild that he made Soulja Boy. But if Soulja Boy shot back at Charleston White, then we would be having a whole nother conversation right now. So it's like the fact that like he plays that role, but also puts himself in the midst of like the bullshit at the same time in some regard. It's like you know, it kind of. I still respect what he does, but it also is like, yo, if something happened to him, I wouldn't be like, one, I wouldn't be shocked. You know what I'm saying? Like, and two, I wouldn't be like, he never had it coming. I couldn't say that. You feel me? And like that's the part I'm trying to get like. It's not. I couldn't say either of those things, and I want to be able to say that about anybody.
To his point, though.
Yeah.
If all he's ever done is talk on the internet, why would you want to attack him?
Bro, that's literally what the rappers kill each other for today.
Right.
Talking on the internet. So if you're gonna hop in the game where you know this is what people kill each other for, talk on the internet, and then you start talking on the internet, then you're like, you're doing what Gunna did when he was in the car with Young Thug and then tried to like snitch. It's like, you got so fast.
Allegedly.
I've heard Charleston White multiple times say, "I'm willing to die behind my message." I literally just watched the interview where he was saying, "You can't have a revolution without bloodshed." He said, "You can't change that power dynamic without blood being spilled." So, to me, standing on his word. But like you said, if something,
I agree. I agree with. I'm not disagreeing with that, bro. What I'm saying is like, if Charleston White unfortunately died, nothing would change, bro. He wouldn't be the start of a revolution. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I don't know, bro. I don't know.
I think for him,
I don't know, bro. I don't know. Like I rock with you personally. I rock with Charleston White though, and I enjoy his videos, and I enjoy a lot of the points that he makes. I just think that, you know, it's hard. It's hard to play both sides sometimes. I think he tries to play both sides. And then it's like, nah, but I'm a snitch, but I'm a kill you too, but I'm a snitch. It's like, you know, it's like, yeah, he kind of. I
don't think he said okay. He self-defense.
I think he kind of. I know, but I think in these instances he kind of tempts people, bro. And like, you know, they use.
I don't say tempt. Calls your bluff.
In 2022 is the word gaslighting. I want that to disappear. I wanted to go away with 22. But I think Charleston White is the perfect example of what real gaslighting looks like, bro.
I personally believe he calls the rappers bluff when he talks the way he does. Like, yo, bro, y'all not about that. That's why his whole thing against rappers is like y'all detriment because y'all put out this image and then people follow this, and then how is this supposed to help our children?
And that's not what I'm talking about, though. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That's why I don't want to conflate, like, and I don't want what I'm trying to say to like get misconstrued, because that's not the part I'm talking about. A lot of those conversations and stuff I agree with, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I agree with a lot of that stuff. I think where I like kind of disagree with what he does is like more along the lines of like the singling out of like, if you're calling out the industry as a whole, you know what I'm saying? Once you start singling out, all right, then eventually you might run into somebody that's about that life. And now let's say you're about that life too, right? Now you literally just contributed to the entire process that you swear you want to stop.
No, that's not true. That's not necessarily true, because if those guys are who they proclaim to be, they're going to crash out regardless.
No, agreed. But him crashing out in the process would be literally contributing to the exact cycle that you claim to want to dead. So it's like it's hard to be contributing to the cycle and saying you want to end it at the same time. Like, I understand trying to end something from within, but like it's hard to be like, yo, I want this to end, but I'm still gonna participate. Like, nah, bro, you can't really do that totally. If you're gonna reject it, you can't really participate, and it's hard to do both.
But how is he participating?
He's not. He's not doing anything that's.
Y'all be hearing him. Y'all really be hearing him talk though. Like, he be talking greasy, bro.
No, he's talking crazy,
and he's participating. He's participating in the greasiness, bro. Like,
because he's calling your bluff.
Cool. All right, then that's what rappers do all day when they get on tracks. They just call each other's bluff until niggas die, bro. Like, then we can just call everyone call. That's what we'll call it every time two rappers on the track dissing each other. We just gonna say these are two dudes just calling each other's bluff. That's all it is.
I mean, to my man Hansel's comment, whatever Hansel, I don't think I've seen Charleston White threaten anyone. I think I've always heard him speak on if you do something to him, he's going to defend himself and he's going to snitch. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's basically saying, leave me alone. But I don't think Charleston White is doing anything that's that different from Kanye. Like, they are using a lot of polarizing themes to convey a certain message. And both of them have the same issue, right? That message gets lost. I think Charleston White's just a better entertainer than Kanye when it comes to just comedy.
Well, he puts out more content. I think if Kanye put as much content on Charleston White, he'd have a run for his money. But I do think dude is hilarious, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? I do think he's hilarious. And I think that he holds the line. I don't think he's right. I don't think he's right a whole lot. But I do think he makes a whole bunch of good points.
I think he's right about 80% of the time, bro. Coming from somebody that's seen firsthand a lot of this violence and stuff, a lot of this nonsense that he's talking about, how fake it is, how over glamorized it is, how these kids listen to these CDs or streaming now and assume that this is a lifestyle that a lot of people are living, and just are led astray by it. You know what I'm saying? I think he's on the right track because something has to shake. Something. I don't know if he'll make it shake, but something has to shake because the way entertainment is going right now, it's only a detriment. Like, black music is only a detriment to the black community. Like, it ain't hurting nobody, but you signing bad deals, and then in those bad deals, you're telling people to do bad things. And then you get caught for actually living some of your raps and you snitching. Like, bro, if that don't tell you something need to change, I don't know what does.
Nah, something definitely needs to change, bro. Like I said, I personally rock with my guy Charleston White. I'm gonna keep watching his videos. I keep finding them hilarious, and I continue to think he makes good points, man. I think he makes some real good points, bro. But I do not believe he's 80%, 20%. I think a lot of the points he makes are right though, but I think he's a lot more than just his points, bro. And I think that's his problem. Well, he's a lot more than his points. So I can't give him 80. If I'm only judging his points, maybe I could say 80 or 20 of just the points. But he's a lot more of delivery, and he's a lot more of like other just random nonsense thrown in. And it's just literally trying to get somebody to fuck with him. So it's
I'll say this right. But when you get somebody to mess with you, right? You bring more attention to whatever you think your cause is, right or wrong. It's working for him because his popularity is growing. But
Abrahams are not playing with him. He said he's a fan, bro.
Hey, hold on, but even if
a lot of the stuff that he's saying does line up with Hansel. I don't know enough about it to speak on it, but
even if Charleston White
telling the FBI on a daily basis, sounds like a fed to me.
Even if Charleston White is a fed, so what? Like, he's like
exactly.
Bro, he is literally doing the right stuff. He's actually said, when I tried to do this the right way and I didn't make no noise, no one listened to me. I couldn't get anyone's attention.
Right, that's what he's saying. But that's another thing. Okay, cool. But when I pointed out stuff about him, right, you brought up all the real stuff he did behind the scenes. So he could do all this real stuff behind the scenes without nobody knowing who he is, bro. So that's my point. Is like, I think it's just.
But that's the thing. No, he can't. No, he can't. No, he can't. No, bro. When is the last time anybody did anything behind the scene? People actually gave a fuck.
Bro, there's people that you don't know because all they do is stuff behind the scenes. So you would never give a fuck.
I mean, you're talking about a guy that is not well funded until he made this noise.
That's my point, though. There's people that all they do is work that is behind the scenes. So you never get to find out who they are because they're really dedicated to the work and everything looks like it's behind the scenes. So you never find out who organized it. You never find out who did it because all they are is about the quote unquote behind the scenes.
Yeah.
So like he could have been that, but he also wanted to be
he couldn't.
Somebody, bro.
Yeah,
and
but
I'm cool with that. I'm cool with being somebody.
Hey, but that
comes with a price. Somebody, you got to be entertaining. You got to be entertaining somebody. You can't get nowhere without being entertaining. And in being entertaining, right, I think that he's, it dilutes his message.
Think about it like this: if you're doing all this local work in your community, it stays in your community. And maybe somebody says your name somewhere else and it can get out a little bit. But if you get on Say Cheese, you get on Vlad, you get on Academics, you get on now your message is getting out there. Even if people are laughing at you, they still have to hear this. They still have to retain this. There's so many people that I thought would have known some of what he's saying is common sense are actually like, aha, that does make a lot of sense. So I don't know, man. Like,
but then again, if your message is getting to people that's watching Say Cheese and Vlad TV, right? It's like, those audiences.
That's majority of the audience that you got to cater to.
No,
that's the audience. That's the audience that are doing all the wild shit that you want to tell them that not do them shit no more.
I'm thinking that the core audience of Vlad, when Vlad TV posts a video and it gets 13 million views, like Vlad, I remember I put that video in the group chat because Vlad for some reason thought that his video is reflective, right, of the people of the culture, quote unquote, which is the most ridiculous thing to ever think, bro. If a Vlad TV video gets 5 million views, 4 million of them are random white kids. You know what I'm saying? 1 million of them are probably black people. And in that breakdown, maybe 10,000 end up being the ones that need the quote unquote. It ain't what y'all think it is, bro. When you see a video with 1 million views, that means it reached such a wide array of people. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, Vlad's target audience isn't the street dudes, bro. That's in the trap right now. That's not his that's not how it works, bro. And like, I hate that. That's what it seems. So if his audience is Vlad TV and Say Cheese, guess what, bro? You're just getting the same stuff. The same message is just going in the same little circle, bro. And it's not reaching. It ain't really doing nothing anyway. That's what it's doing. You're better off being a boot on the ground if that's what you're doing.
No,
you're better off.
Charles other programs, and he has the money now, right? Like he just flew in all the moms. I can't knock him. He definitely does stuff that I don't agree with, but the overall messaging I think is well needed. And even if you don't spit it out like that, like somebody needs to say, call the police, right? Somebody needs to say, snitch. Somebody needs to say, there's nothing wrong with telling. Like somebody needs to say that. A lot of people, I've seen this with Tory Lanez trial. I see this with a lot of stuff on the internet. A lot of people that get nervous over, and I tweeted this, a lot of people that get nervous going to traffic court have a lot of opinions about streets and street economics and street rules and things like that. People that's never shot a gun, never been shot at. The only drug they ever sold was weed. The only drugs they ever bought was weed. You basically live your life in relative safety. And you're saying gunners should do this, gunners shouldn't do that. You probably shouldn't even pay attention to that. If you should be elevating your mind to something else, you know what I'm saying? But these rappers, again, glorify this lifestyle that they don't even like living. Why do you think they're using all these drugs? You think it's because they're happy? But that's another story, man. I could get my own podcast about all that.
I seen this. Luka dropped 60 points, 21 rebounds, and 10 assists.
Damn, I hope I started him tonight. I don't think I started him tonight.
I do want to say something on Luka real quick because I know it's getting late, and I said this a long time ago. Around this, we were at Flag Football Nationals in Orlando, and I said Luka would break all of LeBron's records, and everybody called me crazy. This might be 3-4 years ago. I said, Luka,
no, you're right. I remember that. You said that last year too.
We'll see. I remember. We'll see about the records. But one thing I will say, we're gonna have a full combo. Luka putting up crazy numbers, but Jason Tatum this season is the MVP.
No, he's not.
All right. Well, hey, next time on Gas Presents Sports.
You have to watch basketball, G. You can't just look at the numbers.
Hey, we're gonna hold this we're gonna wait. Hey, on the next time of Gas Presents Sports for the Culture, that's what we're gonna get into, man. MVP
bro, when you're the only offensive weapon in the team that's fucking boo-boo, I don't know. If Luka had a running mate, then I'd be like, you got that. But Luka doesn't have a running mate. He has a bunch of B-roll, C-roll players that he has to score fucking 60 points to fucking win a game in overtime.
You realize he didn't have just.
All you do is look at all y'all do is look at stats, and y'all don't count defense. And Boston is the best defensive team in the league and the best team in the league.
You realize Luka played with other talented guys that ran as fast as they could when they got the chance. Jalen Brunson, get me out of here. Porzingis, get me out of here. So
hell yeah.
There's something to being you can only be a B guy playing with a Porzingis. I mean, playing with a.
I don't know. I don't have the answer to that.
You can only be a B guy if you're not an A guy. What do you mean, T? What you talking about? I don't want to hear you can only be a B guy playing. If you're not an A guy, you can only ever be a B guy. All right,
bro. If you
tell that to Jaylen Brown, bro.
If you put LeBron on Dallas right now, he becomes a 3 and D player.
Wow. Okay.
He becomes Jay. Now you ain't lying. He become like Jay Crowder.
Yes, exactly.
Will be Tim Hardaway Jr.
All I'm saying that the dude is crazy. He had to score 60 to beat the Knicks. The fucking Knicks.
I don't think you got to score 60 to beat the Knicks. I think
exactly my point, and that's why I'm saying he's MVP. He needs to score 60 by himself to beat the Knicks.
I don't think you need to do it. I think you just do it to do it. It's just like one of those things. It's like you know.
That's a little bit more.
He had 20 assists.
That's like not
what 20 it was 20 rebounds?
That's 20
like rebounds. Yeah.
Oh my god.
And telling her you can't eat without me. But you don't let her work. Like, bro, you can't. How you gonna eat with Luka if he has the ball every possession for 20 seconds in the shot clock?
He's your point.
You better hope he make it. He looking like me in the men's league right now.
Oh God. Oh God. He just compared himself to Luka.
Nah, my squad in the men's league, they let me down. I told my brother, man, look, taking 20 shots tonight, and I don't care what happens, bro.
He's talking about playing recreational basketball in LA Fitness.
Look, at halftime before the game was 11-11. I had seven of my points, man. I'm like, look, at least I'm getting mine up. Bro. Y'all gonna have 11.
Oh, that's Luka ball is what you playing. That's Luka ball. You 80% of the offense.
I understand Luka. I understand what Luka feels. Sometimes you look around, you like, I'd rather have me shoot than you shoot. You know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes you just look around the team like, yeah, I think I should take this one. Just be like that, man. But shout out to Luka. We're gonna get more into that next week. Really get into who that MVP is gonna be, man. Hey, shout out to everybody for rocking with us tonight. Again, we apologize for last week. Little technical difficulties on behalf of the Gas staff. But we back. Last episode before 2023, fellas. Won't see y'all on here until next year, man. So that's crazy. We finished out another year strong, and I'm sure 23 will bring even higher heights than 22 did, man. So any final words, fellas?
Yeah, I was saying this to my man's the other day because he was all like, yeah, I'm trying to get turned up for the New Year's and whatnot. And I'm like, bro, you know all this calendar shit made up. So, you know, you want to get turned up, you can do it today if you want to. Like, you can do it tomorrow. My New Year starts in April, just so y'all know.
Word. Any other final words?
When it's warm outside. I'll see y'all.
Holidays. Stay safe. Don't drink and drive. Uber or Lyft if you can. You know, we all here right now in 2022. I hope we all make it to 2023, man. I want y'all to be safe. And you don't got to turn up, you know, to celebrate a new year, man. You can turn up by reading a book. You can turn up by chilling with your loved ones. You can turn up. Don't just think you got to drink and smoke to turn up, man. You know what I'm saying? Free yourself.
Hey, Boogie, I like that message, Boogie. Boogie turning the Blue Cup Boogie turning the leaf going into 23. Blue Cup Boogie telling the people to put the cup down, man.
Hey, man.
Glad to see it, man.
AKA Charles.
He turning the leaf. He turning the leaf.
AKA Charleston Black. Charleston Black. I love it.
Hey, G, any final words, man, for 2022, bro?
Well, trying to teach Bryce how to speak Espanol. Trying to have Nick go and speak un poco español. And Bryce, matter of fact, todos nosotros vamos a hablar español un día.
Hey, hold on, bro. This is illegal. This is not our contract, bro.
Mi español es muy bueno.
Dike. But no, all jokes aside, man, I just want to say, man, I'm happy to be here for another great blessed year with you guys. I'm happy our brotherhood is getting stronger. I'm just sad that Rome wasn't here to catch some of this ass whooping, this fire that Bryce got for the squad, for those commandos. But
I don't like the way you say that, bruh.
commandos. Hey, man, you could line up with them in the Frank Stand Festival over there, man, talking crazy about us being a terrible team. Yeah. I got
You know what's funny though? You know what's funny though? Like, I don't know if Rome has like inside ties with like the life department, but whenever like Rome has to like hide from a take, like he like life will just work when prevailing for his favor. Unless he was going to be gone for 3 weeks, so we forget all about the nonsense he was saying. You know what I mean? We might not even see him again for a while.
Hey,
By
man,
then, 3 weeks later.
We'll see my boy Rome in 2023, just like we'll see the rest of you all, man. So appreciate y'all for showing up and showing out in the comments, man. We appreciate that. And hey, man, last time for 2022, man. I know how we end each and every show, fellas. Sports for the culture.
Deporte para la cultura.
La cultura.